Okay, on the last issue of Relic playing song or Relic playing game or Relic playing Goon,
One of them.
you guys started your. I don't want to say solo, but you guys started your You're no longer gonna be henchmen. Well, you still kind of are, but you're working your way up the ladder to become full-on supervillains. Gucky, Hammer with Oshira, and Sam Hydra, or Sam. Yep. What was name was it? Was it Mandrake that you settled on?
Yeah.
And Mandrake. Three former super-powered goons working for the supervillain Jailbird. You met some interesting people now that you're kind of fully throthed into this world. You met Wallflower, a supervillain information broker. Sweet Thing, a peppy and possibly crazy candy-themed supervillain. And you guys fought your first superhero without the help of, your former boss. You fought Sting, your friendly neighborhood bug-themed superhero, trademark copyright. And won. You guys won. You were robbing a bank. Sting tried to intervene, but you got the upper hand. And by sheer total calculation, definitely not through brute strength, you incapacitated him, handed him off to Sweet Thing. That became its own thing in the papers. Sting had to sleep in the doghouse when his girlfriend saw that headline. And you were able to pay this month's rent to the warehouse owner, Stan. And now, you are going to just continue, that money's not going to last forever. But before we start with the next mission, was there anything that you as a group, guys, wanted to invest in your secret lair using any portion of your money that you kept? Is there anything that you find that you would want, sort of in a roleplay sense? Is there anything like furniture, a working computer, anything? A
Cookie
car?
wants a bouncy castle.
Okay. I
Right in the center
there's
of the
enough.
warehouse.
Yeah, there's enough room. Okay, so let me just look up how much a bouncy castle costs.
Yeah, I have no idea how much a bouncy castle actually costs.
How much does it cost? Okay, it can cost up to around $700. And you guys, you know what? I'm gonna be fair. I'm just gonna go down the middle. Not down the middle, but I don't want to do math. Wait, yeah, one. You spent. Oh, that's 5,000. Yeah, okay, yeah.
Damn, we got a super deluxe bouncy castle.
Yeah, you got the really good one.
Bounciest castle known to man.
Gucky's the only one that really uses it. If you guys want to use it, but is there anything else that anyone else wanted to use the money for to improve their hideout? Because you are still.
I think
you're still.
I think I was the only one with a phone, right?
Yes.
I'm buying the other two phones.
We'll just say both phones cost. How much does a phone cost? I'm still using mine from 3 years ago.
Same. I don't think Sam would invest that much. Maybe a couple hundred each.
Yeah. All right. That's totally fair.
They're
so
like
we'll do
prepaid
that.
flip phones from Walmart.
Yeah. So. Oh nope. Minus. Okay. So there. I'll say you pay 200 each.
Yeah.
For their phones. They're okay phones.
They got maps. They got
maps.
That's about all we need. So.
Your phone is still the only one with and I am retconning this because my friend came up with a way better name. Instead of Goons for Hire, you are using the Gooner app. Goon and then an uppercase R. It's like Grinder or something like that. It's Gooner.
That's exactly like Grinder.
And I don't know. My friend just said that name was way more clever, so I'm retconning it. That's what the app was always named. Fuck you. Retcons happen in comic books like every issue. Because it is not a commercial use app, Sam, you are still kind of in charge when you get messages. You
Yeah.
can't just keep adding it to messages, and you haven't really gone back to talk to Wallflower. He doesn't really like talking to people in general. Okay. Hammer, I know that you are a simple guy that just loves your hammer, loves Oshura. Is there anything that he would at least invest in that he would want for the hideout? I just want to see if everyone gets like a chance to say something.
Thing that came to mind was a bait. One thing that came to mind was like a fucking like trashed car for me to hit with the hammer in between downtimes between missions.
Sort of like a, yeah, sort of like just a thing.
Just like a
Okay.
junk car, just like a junk car to smash with with Oshra.
And I'll say that costs like $200 just to make things simple. You just bought some old junker.
So I was like, get this out of my lot.
Doesn't have any wheels. All the windows are broken. Again, it's not functional as a car, but you use it kind of like as Oshura's like punching bag.
It wouldn't be
Yeah, I'll
functional
use
as a
it.
car for very long, regardless.
No. But yeah, it's just some like shitty car. And you know, sometimes you just let Oshura like rest on it when you're not carrying her around. What was that? You kind of cut out, Dingle. Did you say something?
Stay carrying.
Oh, okay. You'll always carry
yeah.
Oshura. But okay, if there's nothing else, your boss had a laptop. It was like a Lenovo ThinkPad. Kind of okay as a laptop. Is that you're not upgrading anything else in the warehouse? Is that good by everyone else? I don't want to spend too much time on it, but I also want it to be like over time this becomes like your primo supervillain hideout.
I think for now, I don't see anything that's pressing. So
Alrighty. And Stan, of course, doesn't really bother you unless it's rent day, and you've already paid this month, so you guys are chilling. Gucky, you're bouncing on your
I'm
bouncy
bouncing.
castle. He's bouncing. He's doing tricks on it.
I'm like
Hammer.
trying to explain how to use his phone to him while he's just in the bouncy castle and he's not hearing a word of it.
Nah, he's in his own world. Hammer, you're doing your daily like workout with Oshura.
Every now and again, there's just like a loud metallic like crash.
It is good you guys do
And
not
I-
live in the higher end neighborhoods because you would definitely be getting noise complaints.
True. Yeah, and I tell Hammer that hitting his phone with the hammer would make Oshra sick, so...
Yeah.
I'm like,
Oh, that's
hey Hydra, come in, it's great. I'm like, as the bounce castle's like covered in goop.
Yeah, but it is. So yeah, you just like press this button, and then that'll bring up maps. So if we ever ask you where we need to go, that's how you do it. You got that?
Gucky kind of stops bouncing. Wait, does this thing have games?
Yeah.
I will say it is a modern enough phone that you can put games on it, just for Gucky's sake. It's like a touch phone. It's like a smartphone. It's just not like a super high end like iPhone or anything.
Yeah.
But okay, so as you're trying to explain to Gucky how a phone works, your phone goes off. And you get a message from the Gooner app.
Seems like I've gotten a message from the Gooner app.
And you've gotten a you have gotten a you've gotten a request from a supervillain. Shit. Hold on. I have a list of villain names here. Just give me a moment, please. This was like the one thing I forgot to look up. Okay. You have a... Okay. You got a message from Gravedigger, who wants to roll a villainy roll to find out who Gravedigger is? If you've heard of him at all.
Is there an attribute as well? Or?
Yeah, we'll do. You know what? We'll do intelligence and villainy, and anyone can do this.
I'll see if I know the name as the notification pops up over Jetpack Joyride.
True.
Well, technically, it's on my phone.
You still see it though.
Yeah.
Because he was using his phone as an example of how to use it.
Oh wait, do
Are
I
you
not have the
rolling?
Gooner app as well?
No, only Sam does.
I'll say
But
it's-
he says the name. He says the name Gravedigger, and you're all curious. Hammer, are you rolling at all, or are you just too in the zone?
I feel like I'm farther. I will roll if you want. I feel like I'm like farther away though. I don't know if I would be able to hear the conversation right now.
Oh, okay.
Not over the sound of the hammer smashing the car.
Okay,
I mean,
well,
you're gonna get
there's that.
you're gonna get information as a player, Dingle. So it's okay. He rolled good enough. Okay. So Sam,
Yeah, I never heard of this guy.
Gucky stops bouncing as he realizes, oh, he's seen Gravedigger on the front page of YouTube once as like part of the news.
It was like
When he was-
a pre-roll ad over the video he was trying to watch.
Well, not a pre-roll, yeah, but yeah, this is like a news. It was just like a news thing that just showed up on the front page of YouTube, like a news clip.
Yeah, yeah.
Hey, this
Gravedigger-
dude made Gucky mad. He got in the way of Coco Melon.
True. Yes. And he is not a very nice person. He doesn't seem as nice as the candy lady that you met last week. Gravedigger is a geomancer. He can manipulate, the ground and just sort of minerals and rocks. He has earth manipulation powers, and he's not a big time goon, but he's not a small time goon. He's not a small time villain either.
He's a medium time goon.
True. He has fought some of the more. He's kind of like a B-list villain. Like he will show up in like big villain entourages to fight like the big name heroes, but he's never the center stage. But he is always trying to. From what you can gather, Gucky, for some reason he has an obsession with getting to the core of the earth. Maybe it's just part of his power set that just sort of like obsession just came with it.
It's a core belief of his.
Yeah, but yeah, you are aware he's not a nice guy. He's kind of gruff. He kind of looks like the Undertaker from like wrestling. That's kind of how I imagined he always looked. I haven't drawn him.
Sammy, he looks mean.
Yeah, and again, he's not a big time villain, but he's for sure bigger. Like he was more of a real threat than your boss ever was. And your boss kind of, I don't want to say feared him, but your boss never really liked working with him because he does have a very abrasive sort of personality. And he doesn't even want to meet with you as you open the message, Sam. He's just left you instructions. Do you want to listen to the voicemail he left?
Sure.
Okay, you press play, and you hear with the phone, "Hey, you guys, your rates are pretty cheap, right? Listen, I need you to grab something for me. There's a high-speed cargo train passing through the outskirts of New York this afternoon. It's transporting. It's a government train that transports confiscated equipment from our peers, shall we say. And on it is a really big drill, and I need you to grab it for me. I'm too busy in Europe right now, grabbing some other things I need, so I can't take it from the train myself. But listen, you guys were in New York. I heard from what's her face, that candy lady, that you ain't so incompetent. So I'll give you a shot. Remember, on the train, get inside, get the drill, and then get back to me, and we'll meet up later." And then in the background, you can hear like a riot, go off. He's in the middle of something. He's like, "Oh shit, what the?" And then it cuts out. He was probably in the middle of a crime, and then he realized that he forgot that he needed that drill from the train. So you guys,
I kind of like lumber over with Oshra ready, and I'm just like, where does noise come from? Hammer hears voices.
Hammer, we got a job.
I mean, we're going on a train.
Which train? Hammer does not know where the train goes.
Super mega fast train.
Yeah, some cargo train just outside of the city, it sounds like.
Oh, Gunky wants to drive the train so bad.
And you've got a 2-hour window to get to the outskirts of New York City, and it will pass by on some train tracks. You have to get on it while it's still moving. It can't be stopped.
Unless.
That's what you think.
Oh, sure, might say otherwise.
Well, the engine of the train is more like reinforced than the actual like cargo.
Yeah.
Like the cargo. Whatchamacallit. It's a train for transporting supervillain equipment. They're gonna make it so it can't stop. But you can try. You can do whatever you want. But you have to get sort of. You're on. Okay, my geography is terrible. New York City areas. Let me just look here. No, I don't want it AI generated.
Sure.
Okay.
You know what AI generated New York City maps?
No, because I just want. Okay, you gotta get to. I'll say you guys are somewhere. You guys gotta get to the Lower East Side. So you're already on the East Side. No, actually, that doesn't make sense. What the hell? You guys gotta get to the Bronx. And you are currently sort of in the Lower East Side. You've got 2 hours before the train passes. How do you want to get there?
Should have bought some
Really
like
quick,
e-scooters or something.
Really quick, we healed in the meantime.
Oh, yeah, you healed. My bad, I'm sorry. I will say it's been about, like, 5... Yeah, you know. I was going to say, you know, how would you get all this stuff so quickly? But, you know, Amazon shipping's pretty fast. It's been almost about a week. You guys have just been lazing around, buying the shit you want. You're not really going out of your way to look for jobs yet. It's kind of a tough industry. The Gooner app is very competitive. You got some competitive Gooners out there.
Competitive gooning.
Yeah, so it's easier just to wait for jobs to get in. But once you get to a higher level, more opportunities will open themselves to you. So yeah, you are around the Lower East Side, but you gotta get to the Bronx in about 2 hours before the train passes and you've missed your window. What do you guys think?
Let me also look up New York City map.
Actually, you guys aren't in the Lower East Side. What the hell is District 18? Yeah, you guys are like on the lower end of Manhattan. Sorry, I like here. Like you see District 18, that's kind of where you guys are. Wait, does that make sense? Would Oh, I don't know where the fucking docks are in New York. You got to get up here to District 23. You guys aren't on Staten Island. You're like
I
on
hope
the
not.
mainland. Damn. Anyways, get to the Bronx. How are you guys getting there? You've just got to travel across. You've got to basically cross like halfway through New York, basically. I'm sorry. I should have done my geography homework for this.
Are we like outside of the warehouse now?
Yeah, you guys can do whatever you want.
They got the fucking those like e-scooter apps there, right? Probably
Those what apps?
like the e-scooters.
Yeah, we could take like a. We're gonna ride city bikes there.
Oh my god, like the rentable bikes.
Yeah, yeah. Says it takes about an hour according to Google. Doing
yeah,
a bike.
you-
So
Alrighty. That will cost. I don't know how much city bikes cost to rent, but I'm just gonna say.
I've only got a
I'm
frame of
stealing a
reference
bike.
for the e-scooters, but
Yeah,
Yeah,
we're
you're
not
villains.
paying
Why are
for
you
the-
paying for this?
Paying for bikes.
How are y'all planning to steal the city bikes? They are electronically locked to their bike racks.
I'm gonna
I
smash
haven't
the
got
side. I'm gonna smash the side of the bike rack.
Yeah. Hammer's like, my time to shine.
What will be the flip for that?
That will be a. You know what? Let's do an intelligence melee, because you gotta
Ooh.
hit it so you don't destroy the bikes, but you gotta hit it at just the right spot.
A curveball.
All right. That's 1 intelligence, 4 melee. I am healthy.
And everyone got a point from each other. Then I gave out 2 points, so
hell yes.
they just weren't updated. Oh, okay, you critted. That is literally all you have to do.
Shit.
Hammer, with surprising dexterity, you hit the bike rack at the exact point where everything but the bikes themselves sort of shatter. And
Just sort of
now-
I just sort of come at it from the side, and the thing just sort of gets like mangled, and there's kind of like sparking as the electronics break, but then like the locks on the bike that are like on the bikes just disengage.
Yeah, and none of the bikes are broken, and they're all in perfect condition. I imagine there's like a point where you're like mid-swing, you actually like readjusted, you squinted your eyes mid-swing, and you slightly readjusted where Ashur was hitting, and that slight adjustment was like the perfect like pinpoint like damage. Oh. Now all of you have to bike to the Bronx in New York City. Good luck with that. Give me an agility athletics, please.
Hell yeah. I'm actually okay at that.
Oh no, Gookie's
sure.
not
Do they
riding
have
a bike
bike lanes?
without stabilizers yet.
He can make training wheels out of little slime goons.
What was the flip?
Agility athletics.
Agility athletics, please. Are there bike lanes in New York
boy.
yet, or are they still just free
New York is a bike lane.
True.
Yeah, they got bike lanes.
Yeah, Dingle, you're kind of like the liaison for like knowing what actually happens in New York. So
I'm
I'm trying to stay somewhat in character because when
That's
you were
fine.
like, oh, you guys have to get from like the Lower East Side to the Bronx in 2 hours. I'm just like, oh, we'll just take the subway. We'll be there in like 45 minutes.
Oh, that's true. I should have thought of that.
Hey, you're gonna get your exercise in though.
Ability
We're on a fucking train
and
heist, and I didn't think about trains.
athletics, and I'm healthy.
Okay.
That's better. That's better than I was expecting.
So, Zedgen, did you just sort of leave it like that? I
I'm
remember if you
dramatic
said
failure.
something. Okay, you are dramatic failuring. So, as you guys are about halfway through your bike journey, Dingle, you're doing okay. You're kind of almost losing your balance on occasion just because Oshura's literally just putting you off balance as you're trying to.
The bike is like bending underneath me.
Yeah. But it's gonna get there. It's gonna get you. It's gonna get you there, but it's probably not gonna be usable afterwards. Sam,
Bike is too flimsy.
Sam, you're just an average guy of average height and weight, and you know how to ride a bike, and you are riding that bike. If you didn't have your regeneration powers, you would just be a normal ass dude riding a normal ass bike right now. Gucky, listen, Gucky, I love you, but you don't know. You were never taught how to ride a bike, or if you were, it was before whatever turned you into Gucky. You try to remedy by putting sort of gooey training wheels on the sides, but after some time, the goo just sort of like loses its solidity, like even more than it already has, and you fall off and you scrape your knee for 1 damage undodgeable,
Damn.
and Sam, as a good fellow supervillain, a good Samaritan supervillain, will just sort of let you ride.
Yeah, I was gonna
Pass
say
them
I
by.
like grow a pair of arms to like hold them on to the onto the
Yeah.
back.
But Gucky, you are just feeling defeated that you scraped your knee. You're going through what every kid has gone through, trying to ride a bike for the first time. Of course, you're not actually bleeding. You're made of goo, but it still hurts. You're kind of making a big deal out of it, though. You're like, oh.
You'll get there, Gucky. Don't worry.
I got a boo boo.
Even though at this point you can't even tell if there's a boo-boo anymore. Just because it doesn't last for long doesn't mean it doesn't hurt in the moment.
Ooh, man.
Yeah, it's literally what happened to Gucky, is the Peter Griffin gif. But you get there, and you are sort of hanging around where like these sort of commercial train tracks are, and you get there in time. You have a little bit of time to discuss anything before the train passes by. Is there anything you wanted to talk about or discuss? Because I don't want to feel like I'm railroading you guys too hard, but
You
You get
literally
there,
led us
you
to
get
a
some-
railroad.
yeah, you get some looks from people. Actually, you know what? This is good. Before the train comes by, just sort of like one of the people that kind of works on the train yard that the rail's gonna pass through comes up.
Shit, they're sending the rail cops to us.
Yeah, they're sending the rail cops. You're not really doing anything, so the cops aren't actually showing up, but you're getting looks, and this guy...
I will say I don't know
Um,
about New York, but CB Rail has their own police force.
Oh, okay. I did not know about that. Sorry.
I mean, the I would know for like a commercial train. Probably not. I don't know. Let's assume not.
But this guy, he's an older gentleman. He's bald, has a pair of glasses, and a sort of silver fox, like grayed out goatee. He's in a security uniform. He walks up and he goes, "Hey, what are you guys doing here? This is dangerous. You can't be on the rail yard without any sort of proper authorization."
Gookie's gonna transform into like a conductor with
Like right
with a
before his
conductor
eyes or
outfit.
something?
Well, kind of like with the intention like before he kind of sees us.
Oh, okay. So you see him coming up.
Yeah, he like steps
If that's
behind
possible.
steps
I
behind
like
the
to
two of us.
imagine that your idea of the conductor is like the guy from like Polar Express.
That,
You look
That
like
is
CG Tom
literally
Holland.
the
Tom
mental
Hanks'
image I
character
have.
Tom Hanks' character from Polar Express.
Fuck, man.
And he sees you, goes, and he goes, oh, sorry, sir, I didn't see you there. What are you doing here? I thought you just went on your lunch break.
Yes, I did, but I decided that my peckishness is in no balance with the need for this important cargo to be delivered. So I'm returning to my post.
Oh, okay. That makes sense. Who are these guys? And he's just sort of eyeing up Sam and Hammer.
Oh, I didn't inform you about the new my new helpers. You should read the white sheet that was passed around recently. Taking on some new hires.
Oh, give me a charm lying. If you can convince this dude that he missed a memo and that this normal guy, this big ass.
I want to add on by saying that Gucky said that this guy, whoever this guy, security guy is, said that you could help us with getting some PPE.
So wait, what?
Like hard
What do
hat
you
vest and whatnot. Like
what are you asking him to help with?
I was like, oh yeah, and the whatever the conductor, whatever name you're using for your conductor persona here, told us that you could get us some, like hard hat, safety glasses and stuff.
Okay. Yeah. Give me the same. Give me the same thing. Charm lying. So he believes that you guys are working for Gucky, and that Gucky is an actual conductor. This dude has not. Okay, you know what? This dude loads you up with hard hats, safety goggles, safety gloves, hard steel boots. Basically, the rest of the time that you're waiting for the train to pass, you guys are all
We
gonna
look the part.
be. You look the part.
Great.
And you all get 2 extra dodge because to expend as you wish.
Ooh.
It's just like an overcharge of dodge.
Hell yeah.
And
Great, man.
Yeah.
Why do you not get equipment for Oshra?
He doesn't know who Oshra is, but he just sort of hands you a spare of like everything I just mentioned. Sorry, if that's someone you're waiting for, then here you go. Listen, conductor. I gotta get back to my post. But good luck with your cargo.
Thank you. Have a great day.
Yeah, take care.
And
Great man is a rude man. Act like Oshra not even here.
he kind of just awkwardly steps away.
It's okay, Hammer. Not everyone's as understanding as us. Regardless,
Now, here's
let's
the
move.
thing. The train's not actually going to stop, so you have to get on the train as it's moving. There are some parked train cars. So if you want to jump on it, you'll have to climb up to one and sort of jump on it as it's passing by on the next rail over. Unless you guys want to try and stop the train.
Well,
It's up to you. I will say.
I have a feeling Oshra might be able to help us with that one.
Okay, so if you want to stop the train,
We want to try and stop the train. Is the thing.
I mean, my first thing that comes to mind is you could just fucking flatten the rails.
it's gonna be moving like almost a bullet train. I'm just going to warn you.
Yeah.
Like, just imagine, like, this is like not like a real train I'm pulling from. Like, in my mind, this is like some military bullet high speed cargo train that they built specifically so that it is hard and difficult for supervillains to reclaim their equipment once it's been confiscated.
Yeah. We tried diverting it to a different track. I don't know.
You guys don't have a time limit. I'm not going to be like, oh, you got to make a decision now. But
Yeah,
in character,
we made it there an hour early. So.
Yeah, but in character, you guys have. I'm just giving you you get one shot. You try to stop the train, you try to divert it, or you try to get on it, whichever you prefer. But you don't get to say, oh, that failed. Let's try this.
Are there a lot of other people around at the station, or?
No, you're not at a station. Actually, you're in the middle of a trail.
Oh,
a train
right,
yard.
okay.
Yeah.
It's just going to be passing through the train yard. Yeah, it's not a heavily because it's not like a train. It's not like a passenger train. It's doing the outskirts of New York, just passing by the state.
Hmm.
All right. Haber kind of he looks. He sort of surveys the area. He hears the train coming. And I'm just jumping down, and I'm hammering into the tracks to make a big hole. To I guess hopefully derail the train when it has to go over it.
Okay. Oh. Okay. I should have mentioned this earlier. One of the rules that I meant for Gravedigger to say is you can't let the drill be damaged.
Right.
You can still let the train. You still do that. I'm sorry. I really should have mentioned at the beginning, but I was a little
Oh, good, yeah.
I wasn't saying that to like put down your idea, Dingle.
That
Is literally
might
a
change
rule that I
things,
had
yeah.
in mind.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
I'm making that whole. I don't.
Okay, you're making the hole. I'm just saying. I apologize. I wasn't saying that as a counter when I was thinking of this. When I was thinking of this episode today, like earlier today, that is what I meant for Gravedigger to tell you,
Yeah.
or whoever villain, because I kind of thought about it on the fly who villain it was. But yeah, okay,
Look, I know you want this to be like a train heist, but we're stopping this train.
sure. Give me a brawn melee to try and create a hole to get the train to stop. I'm just saying, I don't want you to think I'm doing this on purpose to put a damper on your plans.
No,
I meant
you're good.
to have always said
No,
that.
that makes a lot of sense, actually.
I mean, the train could still stop and it could still not be damaged, so you know.
Look, if this thing is being held somewhere that I can't smash through, I think we're fine.
Yeah. You're not smashing the car that it's in. You're just trying to stop the train. Ooh.
Okay,
Good sign.
great start.
Good.
Hey. This actually works out in my favor.
I mean,
So, Dingle, Hammer, Oshura. You have this look of confidence. You're like, oh, that train, I'll get that train to stop. Nothing's gonna, you know. You think, you yourself, the unstoppable. You are the immovable object that will collide with the train, which is an unstoppable force. However, you're a little winded from the bike ride. And you're not really at your full, like, hype, like, full, like, power. You're kind of like, you know, you biked all the way up here while carrying Oshura. And you're wearing, like, slightly different things. You're wearing, like, a hard hat, and it's impeding your vision a little bit. You're wearing steel-toe boots, and it's kind of limiting your foot movements. So you try and hit the rail. And you try and make a hole that will stop the train. However, all that ended up doing was switching it to a different track. You didn't make a big hole, but you made enough of a ripple, a sort of shockwave in the ground that the automatic like rail system, and I don't know if this is a real thing, but fuck it, it's a superhero universe. It might have more advanced tech. It has like this system has like a automated system of like, oh, if it feels like an earthquake, it will try and divert trains to other tracks to avoid, like, to get out of the way of like whatever earthquake if it can't stop in time. So you leave kind of a dent you sort of leave a dent in the ground. However, you haven't destroyed the tracks, and the train is still going to be moving past the train yard at this point. However, for your 2 successes, it did look really cool, and you will get a lethal +1 to your next non-combat action. If that's okay. So if you want to just tuck that in your back pocket, I hope that's acceptable.
Right. That is...
I wanted to give you something for your successes, but with the Joker, you know.
That is acceptable.
So it's still gonna be a train moving like a bat out of hell. So you can't stop it.
There's no derails.
Or can I?
Anywhere, are there?
I want to give someone else a chance to do something. What was that, Zell?
There's no derails sitting around anywhere, are there?
No. The only thing is, he hit the ground really hard, and you just heard a click as the rails, like, you know, when the rails split to do different routes, it just sort of moved over.
Will there be a driver on this train, or is it like
it's automated?
Automated. Okay.
Okay.
It's like the Half-Life 2 looking trains.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That looks kind of really cool in sci-fi. It's like that, but instead of carrying city people, it's carrying a bunch of illegal, crazy ass weapons on it.
Yeah, I figured it was going to be going too fast for me to do like a Playing Dead type thing.
I was thinking the exact same thing.
It will literally just run you over. It's a military train. It does not care for human lives.
Yeah.
This thing is like, it's got one stop, and that is in Washington, D.C., and that is where the vault is for all of the supervillain. You guys are aware of that. All of the supervillain shit that gets confiscated ends up going to a place called Warehouse X in Washington, D.C.
You don't want it to get to there. I heard they got stand users in Washington.
Yeah. I mean,
And
in this
armor.
world, stand users are just basically superheroes. You could just, it's basically the same. But, yes. So,
Yeah.
is
that's
there
where
anything
Armor
else you
got
might
his
want to
armor
do?
from.
Is there anything else you guys might want to try to do? Or are you going to try and just jump on the train as it's getting by?
But boarding it does seem like more and more likely.
I'm not giving
All right,
you...
wait, hold on. Out of character. Out of character. Huddle. Team, huddle up. Sin, don't listen to this.
I will actually leave.
Look, I just burned a Joker, and I have lethal 1. I'm gonna try and hit this train as it comes by.
What, you golf swinging it?
I'm gonna golf swing this train.
Actually, yeah, you do that. I can link a fucking bunch of arms to you. Like fucking like one big sticky hand almost, just fucking wrapped around you like a rope. Then if it fails or if it succeeds, great. If it fails, I jump on and you get pulled on.
Yo.
Wait, that's insane. We're sick with it.
Goki's also gonna encase Hammer's arms and try and power up his movements.
Hell yeah.
So I'm also being flung on in case of
Yeah.
shit going wrong.
And I've got the agility athletics, so there we go. Easy.
Back?
Plan of a lifetime here.
Take it away, Dingle.
Oh, God. Here we go.
As this train is heading in, I'm squaring up, and I'm gonna hit the front of this train as hard as I can.
Meanwhile, I'm sort of up on the car, ready to make the jump. Should that fail, with a bunch of arms linked around Hammer. So
Okay.
if I jump on, he gets pulled up with me, as well as Gucky, who is
Okay.
I'll let him explain.
And what is Gucky
Goki's
doing
liquefied
now?
himself and is encasing Hammer's arms for extra support.
Okay.
I'm
This is
also
an
on the
interesting
end of
idea.
the hammer to soften the impact, I guess.
Okay.
Yeah.
So, we're going to have you all take out your cards and roll it at the same time. So, whatever rolls I tell you, take out the number of cards, but don't roll them yet, because I want to see this all play out in real time. Okay. Dingle, that is a brawn melee. Gucky, that will be a brawn biology. And
It's more of a plan B, but
oh, okay. Because
but I can prep them if you want.
Yeah, you should prep because if the train doesn't stop
Yeah.
at that moment, you're going to want to be ready.
I'm guessing it's agility athletics.
Yes, agility athletics. Don't you dare take the words out of my mouth, even though that is correct. Everyone's been a DM at some point, so everyone's like, "Oh, it should be like a so and so roll." That's fine. I won't put up a fight.
4, 5, 6, and I'm healthy.
So yeah, I need all of them out, ready to go. The train approaches. This is make or break time. Oh, sorry, Dingle. I didn't realize you hadn't been.
Hello, can you hear me?
Yes.
Okay, I'm healthy and I'm pre-row pointing.
Oh,
Also,
that's
your
good.
microphone sounds good again. Did you just move it or something?
I did. adjust the volume on like a knob
Yeah,
that
that
was on
sounds
it.
like way better.
Now it sounds like your normal mic.
Yeah, you
which is
actually
good.
sound the same as before.
Yeah.
Yo, let's go! I fucking fixed my mic on accident by pressing
True.
random buttons.
Huge.
True. Okay. So, has everyone got the cards they want?
Yeah.
Okay.
I mean, for now, I've still got. I mean,
I know.
I've got drive, notwithstanding.
True. The train is approaching. This is make or break.
I'm squaring up to like golf swing the train like right in the collide right with like the bottom front of it.
Okay. And Gucky is giving you literal like armor like reinforcement support for that. And
I like to think that Gucky just has like made himself into like muscly arms on top of my arms.
Yeah,
it's like anchor arms from SpongeBob, but it's blue.
absolutely.
Now I'm a jerk and everybody loves me.
Dude, that's the theme. That's the theme of the whole campaign.
Yeah. And Sam, Zell, in the possible case that this all goes south really quickly, you are ready to jump on the train.
Yeah.
I want everyone to unflip their cards right now. Like, all at the same time. Don't hesitate. Just unflip it.
I'm guessing I'm going to be waiting if that one doesn't work out, which it looks like it does.
It does.
That is 7
God
successes because of my lethal one.
So,
Oh, +2. That's 9 successes.
that is 9 successes combined. So, Hammer, you're redeeming yourself. Not making that hole earlier in the ground. Just, it's been on your mind. You're like, oh no, am I losing my touch? Like, that's your inner thoughts, which are more, like, concise than how you speak.
Hammer's just like sitting there, just like waiting for it, just like, this good idea, Oshra. Hammer agree.
You're going to make up for this. And yeah, and Gucky, you're these big anchor arms. Yeah, you can put your cards away though. I apologize.
Oh, good.
You got these big anchor arms going. You're like, you're being useful. You're useful, Gucky, but like it's an interesting dichotomy here, where like this is like the first time you've ever done this, where you've been like armor for someone. So you're just like, okay, just help Hammer. You buff him up, like, but between the two of you, the moment. Like, Hammer, you perfectly time the swing once again. You're not worried about the angle, but, like, you hit it, and there's, like, almost like a deafening silence in the single moment when your hammer collides with the front of the train, and it just goes flying off the track. Like, this thing is totally derailed. Like, it is almost like seeing the whole front of the engine is just completely destroyed. I'm not saying the cargo is destroyed, but like this like $1 billion like engine that they built for military purposes is gone. You crush it like a soda can.
Yeah.
The US military is gonna have a fucking fit when they find out who did this. If they find out who did this.
Oh, Gucky
none of
really
that
wanted
mattered.
to drive that, but at least
There's
it
like
was
a
cool.
slow motion. Yeah, there's like a sorry about that, Zedge. I didn't mean to interrupt you. But
No,
I
that's
like
all
to
I had to
imagine
say.
you saying that, but like it just sounds like one of Hammer's arms is just talking. But like Hammer, this has totally reinvigorated your self-confidence. This was your moment.
Ghoulman does not want to drive train. Too flimsy. Too easily crushable.
In reality, you were terrified that the idea might not work, but you're not letting that facade slip.
That's not even a little bit true. I'm not
Okay.
smart enough for facades.
True. Okay, I know that makes sense. You totally
Yeah.
believe yourself. Sam, you're just like in awe. Like you are ready to jump, and you're like, oh, Never mind. And you're just sort of standing there on top
Oh,
of
that
the
worked
car.
better than expected.
And there's a moment of slow motion. I meant to say this. Like, the moment it derails, Hammer, from your point of view, there's like a moment of slow motion where it just like in the air. You see bits of metal shards and scrap flying off Oshira. And then, still in slow motion, the adrenaline hits the ground, collides into a bunch of parked like cargo like cars on different tracks, and then it's just you hear it power down. There is smoke, there is fire, an alarm going off, the train is going off. If you want to get that drill, you better start looking for it, because people definitely are going to be aware of what the fuck is happening now. So, you derailed the train, much to my chagrin. This was not how I planned it. But it'll still work. It'll still work. You guys want to start
Average
looking?
RPG session.
You have 5 cars to go through to look for the drill. All you know is that it looks like a drill. Like, you're just gonna have to look for it. Gravedigger was not thorough in its description, like if it had a color or if it was inside of a case. You're just gonna have to start raw dogging these cargo cars and looking for it. So who
Right.
wants to start with that? You've got
Let's
5
get
to look.
Let's get the smashing cargo cars.
Alrighty. Hammer, are you gonna walk up to the first one? I'm gonna say the closest one is the one, like it was the very last one on the chain link. That'll be a brawn melee. And you guys can look in other ones too if you have different ideas of how to open them, but
I'm gonna go back to conductor mode and see if I can figure out where the cargo might be.
okay. Give me a intelligence. Shit, this is hard. How would you? Yeah, I'll just say intelligence. Investigation.
What was the what was the action again?
You're doing brawn melee if you're just.
I'm
using
gonna
it.
figure out which. I'm gonna try and figure out which.
Yeah,
Which
You're gonna
train
turn
the
it-
cargo's in.
because Gucky.
Oh, okay.
Gucky.
I thought you were
Gucky-
trying to figure out something with the train, and I was like, oh, you could do engineering for that if he's like looking for like for a skill. But if you're just looking for
Yeah.
the cargo
Gucky.
hold,
Gucky gains back, like, well, in character. I don't know stat wise, but in character, whenever he imitates someone, he temporarily gains like that level of cognitive thinking too.
I remember
Yeah,
Zen was saying that the other day,
Yeah.
like the last session. That's a cool. I like that idea for the character.
Yeah,
that
my
you
stats
sort of
are
like,
still
like
unaffected, but I just make it good with drive and hero points.
Yeah.
I know. I just love the idea that you're shape shifting your brain as well.
Yeah.
It's kind of horrifying when you stop and think about it.
Hammer over here. I think if I was a conductor, I'd place it more around the middle section so that it's immune from any attacks at the end, but also it's in case the front carriage crashes, it's not as affected.
Are these
Homer understands. Crush middle car.
cars like all airtight, or is there like even like the tiniest opening I could utilize on these?
I'll say from impact, you could open one of them.
I was just gonna make like.
But normally
Oh,
they would be like airtight, like saves.
Yeah.
They're basically saves on like train wheels.
I was just gonna go to whatever cars they weren't looking at and like.
Yeah.
Grow an appendage with an eye on the end of it.
Yeah,
Through the hole.
Give me a intelligence biology for that one.
All right, 1 intelligence, but I have 2 biologies
True.
and a hero.
I'm gonna wait. Yeah.
Deducted my hero point from the last flip and
I'm going to
use
wait
it.
until everyone rolls, and you guys will be looking at 2 different things.
Sweet.
Okay. So, middle one with Gucky and Hammer. Hammer, again, the impact has loosened the tightness, like the... normally, in case of an emergency, the train would lock down even more if it detected if it detected any sort of like bad activity. But you totally knocked the engine out.
Oh, see, we didn't even know that. We made such a smart call of stopping this train.
Yeah. I just definitely did not just make that up on the fly. But between the one that you're looking at and the one Sam is going to look at in just a second here, you have loosened a couple of things. You get the door open. It's not the most graceful way to open a door.
When is it with Hammer?
Yeah, I'm just saying, there's a slight chance that you might want to be a little careful in the future just so you don't damage the drill. You're not sure yet. You're not sure how fragile the drill is. It's a drill, so it can't be that fragile, but it literally just went through a train crash, so the impact of which was more likened to two trains hitting each other head on because of how strong the hammer swing was. So you open it, and as you guys are opening the door, like, Hammer gets it nice and loose, and then he and Gucky, you both start like pulling the door open itself just to look inside. Sam, you do the thing where you grow an appendage, and
Yeah,
you grow.
just like-
Did you say you grow an eye on the end of it?
Yeah, I'm just like an appendage to get through the hole, and then an eye on the end to take a
Makes me
peek
think
inside.
of like Seto from like My Hero, because he was able to do that with his appendages.
Oh, fair
Um,
enough.
Yeah, you're looking inside. Somehow the lights are not off. I'm gonna give you, because you actually got 2 successes. If you had gotten a Joker or no successes, I would say you can't see shit because the lights were knocked out inside the car.
I was thinking that also, but I was like, maybe there's other holes that'll leave a little bit of light.
But you got a succession, so you're able to see, and I can't decide who's got what. So I'm going to I'm going to use this thing right here. And if it's odds-
I'm calling evens.
Okay, if it's even Stevens, it's in Hammer and Gucky's cart. And if it's odds and ends, then it's going to be in Sam's. So let's just see. I did not decide this. I did not plan for this. So
On ends.
okay,
Boom.
Sam, you see a lot of cool shit in there. You see like a briefcase that can turn into a gun. You see like
Wait, the briefcase turns into a gun?
Oh yeah.
Alright, real quick.
Wait, hold on. We got the wrong end of the deal. We got the quest item, and he got the loot.
What was?
I got a plan after your description for theirs.
Yeah, you see some cool shit in there. Mostly the briefcase with the gun. That kind of guards your eye. You only know it turns into a gun because there's like a little like
Got the instruction pamphlet.
Yeah, there's like an instruction pamphlet next to it. But it looks like a suitcase, but it says like automatic suitcase launcher or something like that, like some kind of like assault or like some sort of assault suitcase or something. You see some cool shit like possibly like a teleportation ray. You see some ancient demonic cursed swords. Your standard supervillain shit.
We're taking all of that. Go on.
And in Hammer and Gucky's, you see 2 interesting things. First off, you do see the drill. It is undamaged. It's knocked off its resting place, but it's undamaged, at least from the outset. And 2, you see a very strange crown. It looks like a very royal, regal crown, but it almost sounds like there's whispers coming from it, like demonic, like I say, like constantly coming from it.
Armor, what do you suppose this is?
That is crown.
Ah, thank you.
Has Gooman not seen crown before?
Cookie puts the crown on.
Okay,
Oh boy, what have I done?
Okay. So, I don't want to sound too rude here. I'm going to do something. This crown's going to be important for a later episode. But for now, you put it on, and the moment it touches your, cranium, just see, hold on. I need to change this.
Give me hell
this-
ambience.
This train is
ASMR.
fucking. This train is dripping, dude.
What's this? What does this sound like?
You are stuck in purgatory, dark, melancholic Gregorian chant, and hellish demonic ambience.
Yeah. As soon as you put on the crown, you see thousands, you see centuries upon centuries upon centuries of death and war. And it's not even always Earth. You see, like, demons fighting angels. You see, like ritualistic sacrifices. You see civilizations of, like, not even humans rise and fall and rise and fall. All of it built on the blood and bones of the previous. There is your head starts to hurt and it starts to pound. You feel the heartbeat of thousands of millions of people, like, all beating at the same time, and they are snuffed out in an instant. Hammer, what you're seeing, Gucky is slowly turning red from his normal blue to red. He almost looks like he's made of blood in this moment. And you are really freaked out by it.
Gooman, are you? Is Gooman okay?
Gucky can't hear you. Gucky is too busy experiencing the idea of gods being birthed.
Holy
And-
shit.
Like, you are seeing before time began. You
I'm
are
like poking
seeing,
it. I'm like poking Gucky's head with the with Oshra.
but you see the beginning of time, you see the end of time all at once. And it is so much for you. You are seeing universes, like, be birthed and destroyed. You are seeing stars that get the light snuffed out. And in a moment, you feel like someone is grabbing onto you and that you will never be able to let go. But then, through sheer luck, Hammer and Oshira accidentally knock the crown off. And, all that goes away in an instant. And it's on the floor.
Am I still red?
No, you slowly turn
Okay.
back to blue.
Also off to my conductor form. Ugh. Cookie no like that.
Yeah. But I will say, if you want, you should hold on the crown inventory wise. If you really want to keep it.
Hammer,
Or unless you don't.
destroy that crown. It scared Cookie.
I just
I'm
get
not
like
gonna-
I just get like a big grin on my face, just like, oh, of course.
I'm not letting you roll for this, but as soon as you're about to hit it, it disappears. In a sort of wisp of mist that looks like blood mist, like it's red. Wherever that crown is going.
Did Gooman see that? Hammer turned crown to dust.
Yay!
We're out of character, wherever that crown is going. Because it was on the cargo train for confiscated supervillain equipment. That is going to become important later. But all that's over with now. You see the drill. Do you want to take the drill out? Let's move on.
Also, what I was going to do is I was going to grab the briefcase, shoot the car door open so I can walk inside and grab the briefcase.
I'm just going to let you do that because that's really funny.
Okay.
Is Gucky and Hammer?
You know,
are you guys
I'm
gonna...
going to take that sword as well while we're at it, but I'll be
demonic
back
sword?
up with him. Yeah.
The demonic sword also disappears in a similar red mist.
Ah, damn.
Yeah, those things.
I
are
guess
gonna
I'll take
be-
the instructions instead.
Yeah, those demonic. These demonic items. I'm not gonna say in character. You're not really gonna guess that, but out of character. Just keep that in mind, fellas. Both the crown and the
Does the
sword.
briefcase gun come with any stats?
It also disappears. I'm just kidding. I'm just kidding.
The demonic briefcase gun.
Okay, I did not.
I think usually it's just like a +1 to the whatever.
Yeah, you get a +1 to anything that's like if you're using the suitcase, you get like a +1 card for it.
Yeah.
And it can also hold things.
Hell
Can
yeah.
Can I DM to DM make a suggestion because I had a really cool idea for the briefcase. I don't know if it's actually useful, but I just thought it was really cool that you can use sneak. You can use like a sneak to shoot with it, like the first time in combat, because no one knows it's a gun.
Sure.
Oh, that is cool.
Yeah. Add that as well to your thing, Mr. Sam Hydra. Thank you. I will take any suggestions that any of you guys have because you guys have been DMs a bit more than I have. So
I've been slowly but surely recently trying to come up with like an actual list of like items to use for like random items and like inventories and stuff.
Yeah,
So
I've been meaning to add to that, but I have not at all.
I've been very like I should probably just share that. I should probably just share that document at this point.
But are you guys gonna grab the drill, the actual thing that you're here for?
Oh yeah, I'm gonna like grab that and sort of like hoist it up on my shoulder.
As you do that, and you guys are feeling really confident, Gucky, you're just a little shaken up from what happened, to say the very least. But you know, you're kind of moving past it.
Gooman should cheer up.
Yeah, I think Gucky's shaken up by it, but he's kind of too dumb to be like permanently traumatized by it.
He's kind of already kind of forgotten about
Yeah.
it. But
He
just
just
know
knows he
that
doesn't
that
like
and
the crown.
just know that the sword and the crown will be relevant later.
Hammer.
There.
Can we go in the bouncy castle when we get back?
Of course, we will bounce as hot. We will bounce all the way up.
And as you say that, Hammer, you hear a tap on your shoulder, and you hear someone go, "Hey, a bouncy castle! Can I come with y'all?" And you turn around, you see a lady in a black and neon costume standing right next to you guys, and none of you even noticed.
Who is the glowing woman?
Oh, sorry, where are my manners? My name's Rave, and I am here to stop you from stealing these things from the train. So if you just want to put them down all nice and gentle-like, then we can just call it a day.
Glowing woman goes away now.
Sorry, Sugar, it don't work like that.
I'm using my 0 stealth to shoot her.
Yeah, and this will be out of turn, so yeah, you just roll for it. That will be a firearms intelligence. Because it is a firearm.
Holy shit! That we should totally use like sneaking as the flip for like attacking people before combat starts.
That actually, yes.
Genius!
Oh, I'm sorry.
No.
said that.
I don't have it either way, but it does not matter for me. But that is a good idea. Oh, well,
Yes, this works out in my favor.
I'm gonna flip the rest for fun. Oh, okay. Yeah.
Okay. This
Oh,
works
good.
out.
I was about to say like, oh good. I was going to say like, oh good. It works out in his favor. We can anti-Joker it, but I guess not.
Yeah, even if you anti-Joker this. So,
I think
Zell
I'm keeping the
works.
double here, yeah.
This is good because this also. I'm sorry, again, I don't want to sound too much like I'm stroking my own ego with my creations, but this is a good introduction for the character too.
Bro's stroking.
I'm stroking.
Bro's stroking in the Gooner session.
If you're not stroking in the Gooner session, what are you even doing?
What are you doing here? Okay, so Sam, you didn't really get time to read the instruction manual, but you know that it's a gun briefcase. So like, how hard could it be, right?
Yeah.
Not only when you try to fire it do you slightly dislocate your shoulder, injuring yourself for 1 health,
Ouch! I've slightly dislocated my shoulder.
As someone who only recently like fired a gun at like a gun range and a friend let me try it once, like the initial like recoil, like you don't fucking expect that happening. So
You know what? This is gonna sound like really, really stupid. I didn't know you guys had gun ranges in Canada.
we
Oh,
do.
yeah.
But I'm just saying, as someone
That feels
who's-
like such an American concept to me.
I know, but I'm just saying, as someone who did that during the summer, like the first and I want to stress, only time I fired a gun, that like recoil, you fucking feel that. Like if you're not doing it properly, you feel it really bad. But
Yeah, that's why you gotta lock up your elbows completely.
I thought I did, but I didn't lock them up well enough. And my
No,
shoulder
that's
hurt
not
the
what you
rest of
do
the
at all.
fucking
That's how you break your arm.
day. Oh,
Yeah.
never mind. Whatever I did, it hurt for the rest of the day. So now I'm sharing that.
I was gonna say that sounds wrong.
Yeah.
No,
But I didn't want to question the American of it.
It's the exact opposite of what they tell you to do.
so not only does that happen, as you fire, and you don't know who this woman is yet, she catches the bullet midair with super speed. Goes, sugar, don't think I didn't notice you standing over there. And as for the second Joker, all you see in a flash of like neon, like strobe light, like streak, she runs over to you, Sam, and takes away the briefcase.
No.
And who wants to roll villainy to find out who this hero is? Or if you all just want to add your villainy together, then go ahead. I will still
Is there an
probably
attribute? Or,
we'll do President's villainy. I will still probably info dump her regardless because I like talking about my characters.
valid.
Okay.
Cookie's
what is it
brain
in villainy?
hurts.
Presence villainy.
President's villainy.
Ooh, that's not even a terrible flip for me. That's
feel
actually a relatively good flip for me.
So I'm just gonna say this, Gucky. The in-character stuff that you're going to hear about, you're just gonna like totally zone out on. Okay, you're gonna zone out a bit too. Okay.
You know what? I'm dramatic failure.
Okay.
I know, but I'm just not thinking about it.
Okay.
I'm thinking about something else.
Well, I'm still gonna count your successes to tell you as players, because I do just enjoy talking. I do like yapping about my characters.
I feel like you should just
Yeah.
do that anyway, because I want to
Okay.
hear about them.
Okay, well this is okay for in character. Y'all aren't paying.
We won't get
attention.
any like in-game
Yeah,
bonuses for it, but we'll.
No. Rave. And she is a speedster from Texas that obviously has all the sort of normal speedster powers. In a funny turn of fate, she has a cousin named Redline who has the exact same set of powers, but he went with sort of a race car theme, like a sort of race car driver theme. But they were both two completely separate incidents of how they got their powers, but they're constantly ragging on each other of like no, you totally stole my superpower, like, you know, idea, even though neither of them planned for it. They're just getting on each other's nerves as family members. And she has a civilian boyfriend. As her sort of like look implies, she likes sort of like that sort of like EDM, sort of like club life. But through a freak accident, she gained the ability of super speed and all the caveats that comes with it. And the reason none of you really know about it is because her and her cousin are both still relatively small time at this point. Hammer, you have probably seen like maybe like one or two things about her, but it's not even on your mind. You're just more concerned about getting the drill, and you're still kind of riding high from how cool it was that you derailed the train. Gucky, you just don't know. You're still reeling from whatever the fuck the crown was. So you're not really, your head's not totally in the game. And Sam, you just straight up never heard of this person. But all you know is that she showed up out of nowhere, stole your suitcase, and is now asking you to put down the drill and come quietly. Now, if you want to try and converse with her, you can, but if you want to go straight into combat, that is up to you guys. She, similar to Sting, is not really taking you guys seriously. You can tell by sort of her demeanor. Is there anything you guys wanted to do, or did you just want to jump straight into combat?
The hammer.
Yeah, I'm good.
How do you import a playlist? Again, it's been a while.
You paste the thing into the search, and then there's a little import button on the results.
Okay.
I'll set it to. Yeah.
Okay. So you're now currently fighting a speedster, and she will go first because she has super speed. She is going to attempt to sort of, she puts down the suitcase, like just kind of on the ground next to her. And she is going to attempt to take Oshura away from you, Hammer. Because I think she's at least seen you take out the train. So, let me see here.
Tell me I can contest this.
You may. Give me a brawn melee. But you don't get to see the results of what mine are.
Gets to see the results of whether or not he has his hammer by the end of this encounter.
Okay, I've got 2 more cards to flip.
Okay. Yeah,
So
go
that's
ahead.
that's one success.
Yeah, one success.
I'm gonna go ahead and put some drive on that.
Okay.
Take 3 successes.
Okay. So, yeah, you win that. You do win that. You sort of grip onto Ashura pretty tightly. She goes, sorry, Sugar. But you're a bit too dangerous with that. She tries to take it, but unfortunately, you're just way stronger than her. She has speed in her corner, not really strength. And when she realizes that, she sort of backs off. You kind of give her like a mean look because no one else touches Ashura. And she kind of like sees the... Yeah, go ahead.
Glowing woman needs to learn personal space.
And Big Hammer Guy needs to learn not to mess with public property. And now it's your turn, Hammer. But she's sort of giving you a sassy side eye.
Give me 1 second.
Fuck, this song goes hard.
I've got the perfect. This image fits this situation perfectly.
That is pretty funny. What are you doing, Mr. Dingleman?
I'm fucking hitting her with a hammer.
Alrighty.
Guessing that's brawn melee.
That is brawn melee. I don't even gotta say it at this point.
Brawn
Most things with
melee.
the hammer are gonna...
And I'm healthy. And there's all 4 of my drive.
What
all
they
4
are
of my
so
dodge. That's all 4 of my dodge from bear stance. Thank you for
Oh my God.
Thank you for the +2 dodge.
Hell yeah. Hell yeah.
Okay, let me just do a couple of...
That is not
Um,
nearly as good as I was hoping.
It was dramatic.
It was not a failure.
It was not a failure.
Okay, I know
I
that
mean,
was a...
4 successes, all things considered. I'll take 4 successes. I was thinking I'd get at least 5 from that, though.
Listen. It is really good. However, her speed is pretty superior. I'm just kidding, but I will say at the very least, she did roll really good, and I will at least show you this to prove it. She did roll her crit. You do hit her, but you barely like hit her. But you do send her like sort of like flying back a bit, but she quickly sort of like spins in the air and catches herself. But you've definitely made contact, which is not something she's used to. But it's not as impressive as you were kind of hoping. She is pretty quick. So you did do some damage, but not as much as you were hoping for.
That is better distance. Now, glowing lady goes farther, so we leave.
No, you ain't leaving with the drill, honey.
Yes, hammer is.
No, yeah,
This
no
is why
hammer
hammer
ain't.
is here.
Go ahead, Sam Hyja.
no, yeah. I think that is the plan. We are leaving with the drill, actually.
She kind of gets into a sort of like running, like fighting stance. Like it's kind of like half a fighting stance, but it also looks like a stance a runner would take before like, starting like a run or something.
Yeah.
Like her legs are bent. She's not letting you leave the easy way. So what's your...
Sorry, I'm also shit-posting at the same time. I think I'm also going to take the melee approach of... and I'm going to try to, like, run up, grab the briefcase, and, like, swing it at her.
Sure. That is a brawn melee,
It's brawn.
which you have full melee, surprisingly. I keep forgetting that.
I do have full melee. I do not have full brawn. And I do have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 dodge, and a hero point left.
Alright, note for the future, do not give dodge as a reward.
My fucking gonna look pathetic.
And I have no jokers left in here, so hopefully it's not entirely fucking over.
Wow, what the hell?
Oh, shot, dude.
I'm also going to refresh.
So are you back up to 7?
Okay,
Refresh
Oh,
with 7
broken.
dodges. Insanely OP.
okay, yeah. For the
Oh, no.
future, do not
Sorry, Guppy.
give dodge as reward.
You decapitated.
No, please do give Don such a reward.
That is for me to decide for later.
Please.
Shut the fuck up. Let me explain. So, okay, I'll give you this. I'll give you this. So, while Hammer and Rave are kind of arguing of like, I'm not letting you leave with the drill, is like, yes, Hammer am. Yes, Hammer, no, Hammer isn't. They're kind of going back and forth to a comical degree. You kind of sort of like tiptoe around like the far, like sort of like do like a wide like turn. And you grab the briefcase. And as she's about to notice, you sort of swing at her. She dodges, but your successes have led you to at least gain the suitcase back.
Hell yeah.
He goes, dang it! Your big tall friend here was distracting me. I still can't let y'all leave with the drill.
I sort of turned the other two. I'm like, glowing lady does not know how to keep hands to self.
You should keep your hands off of dangerous equipment, sugar. You're also gonna tell
I
me.
sort of look at the drill. I was like, metal triangle does not look so dangerous.
You're also gonna be telling me who you're working for, cause it sure as hell ain't. Cause none of you are smart enough to even use the drill in the first place.
Big words for
A woman.
you.
No!
Hammer. Hammer
Mandrake-
works for Boss Man. Hammer works for Boss Man. Hammer has always worked for Boss Man.
Cookie and friends very smart. You're mean, lady.
Gucky, give me a presence lying for claiming that you're smart.
Okay. Not a bad flip, actually. Which I'm still healthy. A dramatic failure.
Yeah, to her, you're about as dumb as bricks. She does not believe you. She just goes, sure, honey, sure. Well, if you ain't gonna tell me, I'll just have to beat the information out of you. And she kind of, like, cracks her knuckles. Kind of, like, stretches out her, like, shoulder muscles. Again, kind of like how an athlete would before running. And is that your turn, Mandrake, or are you gonna do an... Oh, that was your combat action because you attempted.
That was my combat action.
Do you have a non-combat action you wish to do?
I'll read the instructions, I guess.
Okay. So, you read the instructions. You know how the normal thing... Okay, so you read the instructions, you get a better idea of how it works, and it's not going to dislocate your shoulder. The next time you shoot it, you're going to get a +1 card.
Oh, yeah.
Gucky, you're up.
Cookie's going to kind of like clench his fists a bit and start fizzing, and he's going to attempt to like expand his head out and to a size where it can like encase her whole body. I'm gonna try and like launch like a massive head at her to like try and incapacitate her for a little while.
Okay. That will be
shit.
I'm going to say that will be a brawn biology.
The Gucky prison.
Send her to the Guk dimension real quick. I'll put a hero point on it.
It's kind of gucked up.
Okay.
We're good.
So,
It's insane that got the same amount of successes as Zell's, like, 15 card flip.
so
Yeah.
she's not expecting this because she's never encountered you before. You launch your head almost like a ballistic missile. And you encase Rave inside of a sort of Gucky, like, bubble prison. And you, let me see.
Who's stupid now, lady?
Okay. She goes, maybe not as slow as you, Sugar. And as her, is that it for your turn?
Yeah.
And as her turn begins, she is going to run in place, rapidly heating you up, Gucky, for 3 damage, and she's going to escape out of the prison almost immediately. So, like, there's just like bubbles like forming inside of your like head prison. It's starting to hurt a bit. You are made of liquid. Again, we've established that Gucky, maybe damage isn't permanent, but in the moment, it still probably hurts.
He's like running on my eyeballs and shit. It's,
Yeah,
floating
and
around.
like, she is, and again, like, just the intense heat. Remember, she's running at super speed here, so she's just rapidly, like, heating up Gucky's head. Even more than he would if he tried to himself. So you're probably not used to the extreme, like, heat coming off of, like, pure friction. And, yeah, she just escapes. I would move Gucky's token, but an advertisement came up.
Yeah, same here.
Huge.
But, yeah, she's just going to burst out of you. And that was technically her non-combat action. Because she was only trying to escape, but she did so well. And then for her combat action... Okay. This is not bad. She runs up to Hammer, but instead of... She runs up to Hammer, like, at lightning speeds, but instead of trying to take the hammer away, you're just going to feel a rapid, like, machine fire, like, punch of, like, her fists coming at you for 5 damage. Like, it feels like you just got hit, like, 50 times in the span of a second.
On fire?
Yes, you do.
Wait, who got hit?
Hammer.
For how much?
5.
5?
Oh, yeah. These are superheroes, guys. What are you expecting? Super speed's nothing to laugh about.
Uh-huh.
That is her turn.
I just didn't think it would be 5.
She rolled really good, unfortunately. I'm sorry. And you have no dodge left. You used it all.
Why did I say that like the Chinese Heaven video?
I mean, it's fine, but I just didn't expect Ray to be Chinese.
I mean, it's fine. I just didn't expect it would be 5 damage.
I thought you were intentionally doing that.
Yeah, I'm sorry. I hope that's not too unfair, but she did roll really good.
That's
No,
the way
that's
she
fine. That
goes.
just that happens.
Again, super speed ain't a slouch when it comes to being a superpower. But that is her turn. Yeah, Hammer, it feels like you just got like hit by like 50 like fist-sized bullets in the gut.
No, Hammer is upset. All right.
Oh, you
Sin.
went before Sugar? Yes.
Okay, so I know we're not allowed to damage this drill. But like it's pretty solid, right?
I know what you're gonna ask.
Like it's a pretty hard, I mean, it's
gotta be.
Yeah.
trying
Okay,
to
hold
center
on.
of the earth.
I'm not arguing against you, but I'm gonna give you this. You can use the drill once before you think it might break through misuse, if that's okay. You can use the drill for one attack this fight, but if you continue to use it, you know what I mean? The chances of it breaking will get higher and higher because you're not actually familiar with like how it works. Is that okay? But for the first time, you get a freebie. How's that sound?
Take it. I'll take it.
You can use it more, but there's a chance you'll break it. I'm just going to give you that. I'm not saying you can't use it more than once, but just know after the first time, I'm going to be doing something off screen to maybe see if it'll break or not. Is that okay?
Good enough for me.
Sticker with the pointy end.
And
I-
you have to explain. And I forgot. I was about to say what to roll, but you didn't even say what you were going to do yet. What do you plan to do with the drill, Dingle?
All right. So, Hammer's gonna sort of like turn around and just be like, "Armsman, give Hammer arm."
I give Hammer arm.
Give me a hand. Literally.
I literally give him a hand.
That was my intention, where I sort of like take like one of his like arms that he can pull. I want to use this arm to tie the drill to the end of Oshra.
Oh my goodness. Like a drill hammer. Oh gosh. This will be like the second session where you guys don't even fight cops. I'll have to figure out what to do later on. I feel like one combat round per session near the end is going to get repetitive and boring. I apologize. I'm not really good at planning for combat.
So what's my flip to attach this thing to my hammer?
Oh,
To attach the
attaching
drill
it?
to the.
That's going to be engineering and intelligence.
All right, I'm glad I saved some drive.
I'm just also apologizing if I don't want these sessions to be too repetitive. I'll have to figure out in
Free-row
the
point.
future how to incorporate more combat. I'm sorry.
And I'm gonna use all of my drive. One success is the best I got.
Okay. For one success, you do attach it, and your attack will work. You'll get 1 bonus card for actually attacking, but in the future, after this round, if you keep using the drill end again, there's going to be a chance that something on it's going to break because it's not fastened super great.
Well, I don't need to worry about that yet. I'm gonna go take a swing.
Yeah, that is a brawn melee.
Brawn melee
The classic.
and +1. And why don't we just throw the last point on there?
Sure. Double Joker, huh?
Very cool. Very epic.
I know we are getting close, so if we want to unsee one of these, I guess I'm fine with that.
I don't want to pull back the curtain, but I will say anteing 1 Joker will kind of help you a little bit. If you leave both Jokers present,
Yeah.
that is definitely
This is the
a
quest
worst-case
item.
scenario. Yeah.
Yeah.
Alright, I'll unsee one of them.
Okay, so... However, for the other Joker, you try and swing hammer, but the added weight totally throws you off balance. You're not used to this at all. And you swing, and a miss. And you're frustrated because you didn't even see her move. She kind of did a fucking like anime thing where she just sort of like dodged in place at super speed. And she just sort of hands on her hips, she just starts laughing at you and goes, "Don't you get tired of doing the same thing over and over and over again, honey?"
I'm like not even talking to her. I'm like looking at like Oshra. I'm just like, Hammer is sorry, Oshra. Hammer thought he left enough room for Oshra to see.
Rave just rolls her eyes. And again, if you want to take the drill off, you're going to have to do that with your non-combat action next round. But if you keep it on to hit more with it, just know, again, the risk of something going wrong, regardless of what you roll, is going to just increase.
I got no jokers. I got no jokers left.
Oh no,
can't
even if
fucking
you don't,
you can't fucking touch me, dog.
yes, I can as DM. You can't see, but I'm wagging my finger at you. This is an unrelated thing. Just the constant misuse of the quest item. That is unrelated to your rolls.
This seems like a perfectly correct use.
That is up to you, but I'm not the one that has to answer to Gravedigger if something goes wrong.
Shit. Is that a fucking Dragon Hunter lance attached to a granite ball?
Granite hammer.
Granite hammer.
I
Oh.
like how this is like the same image like 3 times. They've just been slightly modified. Okay, Gucky, Hydra, it is your turn.
Alright.
So the quest item the item that you're gonna get paid for is on Hammer's person, and he's swinging it around like it's not worth the amount of money that Gravedigger promised you. So I don't know if you want to talk to Hammer or if you're just gonna trust him to keep carefully maintaining this expensive piece of equipment. But you can do whatever you want.
I'm sure he's got this.
He's got this. The classic, he's got this.
I'm guessing Gucky's head is still detached.
It is still like
Yeah, it's kind of reformed from where it broke up when she ran my head.
I almost. I almost want to try to like take Gucky's head and like use it to try and pin her down. Like,
you want to tag team it?
Extend it like a net almost, and just fucking.
You want to do a joint attack?
joint attack.
I'm fine with that.
Because if you guys roll really well, I've actually got an interesting idea. So go ahead. Okay. Going to attack. Both
Yeah.
of you roll Brawn Athletics at the same time, and then you'll also unveil all your successes and/or failures, or lack of either at the same time.
Melee, not wrong. Yeah.
It's Brawn Athletics.
Okay. So I've only got
Reroll
3 for that.
Let's go.
It's a good sign.
Yeah. Keep going. Unfortunately, you can't dramatic failure, otherwise that'd be really funny.
I'm using my drive.
So not you.
Hold up.
Okay, go right ahead. Whoa, hold up. Okay. So, 3 successes and a joker. I will say, so you kind of turned Gucky into like almost like a net. And while she does dodge some of it out of the way, the sheer like surprise because she was still focused on the drill being attached to the hammer. So yeah, that is sort of Rave's weakness. Is she's super fast, but she's also kind of got like ADHD kind of. I will say she's not completely trapped, but you did actually. Gucky managed to bite her ankles because his mouth formed on the net, and his mouth formed on his net like form near her feet, and so she hit her ankles because she figured, oh, woman who runs fast.
I like to picture myself with like a bunch of arms like outstretching his fucking face.
Yeah. And yeah, so Gucky just went full on Monty Python, I'll bite your ankles off. And she kind of like recoils and goes, ah! You little devil, you! Didn't your mama ever teach you any manners, son?
I don't have a mommy.
That just sort
Can I still have a non-combat action? I
What
don't know
is
if
your combat?
Hydra's turn is still over actually. Still on actually.
Oh. Hydra. That was your non-combat because you were trying to like trap him, right?
Yeah.
So you can
That's true.
combat with like your briefcase or something. Because remember, you have the briefcase now. You got it back.
That's true. Actually, yeah, well, I want to say, like, while this, like, net is outstretched, I'm just going to have, like, a fist just grow, like, out of my chest and just do a straight gut punch to try and distract her.
Like, it's going to stretch all the way from... did you get closer at some point?
Well,
Oh.
because yeah, we were trying to get closer to trap her, right?
Oh, okay. Yeah. So, yeah. You got puncher, or you attempt to. That will be a brawn melee.
I will do I've got max melee.
So while she's depressed about the fact that Gucky just
Oh, there's
said
my
that
cards.
that he has no mama, you just like boom square.
So one more to pull, I think.
Okay, sorry.
Yeah, because I've got max melee. There it is.
Okay.
So that's 4, 5, 6, 7 successes.
Yeah, you punch her straight in the gut, and just like she's
Yeah,
so
like extends
winded.
through Gucky, but he's like so malleable. It's just
Yeah. Like, oh my. Okay, I'm trying to figure out a good way to like. Damn.
because yeah, I'm picturing like he's outstretched into a fucking
Yeah.
sideways pizza dough almost,
Yeah.
and then
And
the fist
that-
just comes right
that
through the
was
middle.
that was the most damage she's received in a single turn this entire combat. Yeah, like you just totally like knock the wind out of her. And she's sort of on the ground, like sort of kneeling. She has one last trick up her sleeve. And she's going to go, if this doesn't work, then I gotta get out of here. She is going to attempt to sort of... She's going to try and catch her breath. This is the end of combat. So, I'm just trying to think of a way to do this. Yeah. So whether or not this yeah, okay. She's going to attempt to do like sort of a tornado around the entire party. Okay. Yeah, she starts running around, picking up speed, and I need everyone to give me a agility athletics to not be picked up by like this wind current that's currently playing.
All right.
And
Yeah,
I don't know if
he
Dingo's
said he's
back
back
yet
here.
or not. Probably. Okay. Dingo, can you give me an agility athletics? Because I don't know. Did you hear me say what she was doing?
Oh yeah, I did.
Okay, not sure.
He's been back
Agility
for a couple
and-
minutes then.
Athletics. Go ahead, dramatic failure. Why not?
You're going to dramatic failure this while carrying the expensive drill. Okay.
What's the
Um,
worst that could happen?
So Zedgen, you got 1 success. Dingle, you got 0. And Zell, you got 3 successes. Okay.
1 success. Or 2
One,
successes.
2 successes and a joker. Okay.
1 joker, 2 successes.
So in this sort of like final attempt, Hammer, you are a heavy guy. So you're like, oh, what's the worst that could happen with a little wind, right? Well, this wind currently turns into almost a straight up tornado. And you, plus the expensive drill, are going to go flying into... I'm going to go flying into the nearby river. I don't know if it'd be the Hudson River or something else, but you just go flying, and you take the drill with you.
Worst. It's attached to Oshra.
Which one is good because that means you have officially gotten away with the drill. So you technically completed the mission.
All right. I'm awesome. I'm sick. I'm the best to ever do it.
I forgot. Zedgen, did you get any successes?
1.
1, okay.
1. Okay, so 1. You were almost picked up. But Sam, with his arm, grabs you. So you're fine. But then Sam, with that Joker, that suitcase of yours, goes flying.
No!
And there is a chance you may find it later on. But for the time being, it is once again lost. You do not have good luck with that suitcase, my friend.
Apparently not.
And Rave, she stops running. She goes, "There, that's my." And then the sort of smugness of her face goes when she realizes that the drill is gone, and so is Hammer. She goes, "Oh, dang it, messed up again. Listen, I'll be coming back later to get my event to bring y'all to justice, but for now I need to." And you can tell she's out of breath because that gut punch really fucking hurt. I gotta go lay down for a while. I'm not feeling too hot, but trust me, I'll be back.
Hey, why don't
Or
you just
one of
become
my-
a villain? It's way more fun.
No way. I don't want to be some villain. I got a heart of gold. But y'all are rotten to your cores. I hope y'all know that. You got one hell of a swing too, but that ain't a compliment. And then she runs off.
I think a heart of gold does a lot less for you than a warehouse full of it.
She definitely did not hear that. She's already gone. Now, Hammer, you, by sheer coincidence, have landed right next to the docks where the I'm gonna retcon this. You don't land in a nearby river. You go flying and you land in the water next to the docks where the warehouse is. Now Oshra and the drill are kind
We're
of
gonna
wet,
have to look into tornado transport for our next missions.
and You're hoping. I mean, the drill is tough. It's probably waterproof, but you're just
Probably.
confused. You're a little. You're lucky your teammates aren't here. You're a little like queasy because that you are not used to flying. But if you want to call your teammates and tell them that you have the drill still, or if you just want everyone to meet up back at the hideout. Or actually, shit. No, yeah, you want to meet up back at the hideout, or do you? What do you guys want to do? Sorry, Sam, Gucky, you are still in the train yard. Hammer, you are making sure. I will say you almost lose the drill at the bottom of the docks, but you manage to sort of grab it last minute and sort of pull it onto the shore, onto like the the surface, like the actual docks.
Yeah, I do think.
But you did take 5 more damage from being flung that far. Not
He
that
had
you're
his
doing any more
PPE.
combat.
It's fine.
Yeah, but for one of the first times are feeling really like
Yeah, I do feel like Sam's first priority would be to get out of there, and then just
yeah. You can hear police sirens in the
yeah.
distance.
No, once he's laying low, he'll give Hammer a call and hope that he remembered enough information about the phone he bought him to actually pick up and try and reconvene from there.
Yes,
What's my flip to actually figure out the phone?
that will be in intelligence computers.
All right, that's 1 card.
The only card you need.
I would like to dramatic failure.
So the drill is waterproof, but your phone isn't.
Yeah. That checks out, actually.
That's perfect.
Sam, you just get this number is currently not in service.
Well, I hope he knows his way back. And
Little
I guess
do you
we'll
know.
just...
Yeah, you guys gotta hoof it. You just. I'm not gonna make you roll. You guys just book it.
Yeah, we take
You're
the
like
train this time.
Yeah.
Hammer new phone would be useless. And I sort of toss it into, and I sort of throw it into the air, and I just sort of like baseball swing, smash it with Oshra.
Is the drill still connected to Oshra?
I don't think so at this point, because you said it was at the bottom of the river, which means it would have to been.
Oh no, no,
It would have to been like unattached.
You know what? Yeah, no, that works out fine. That actually, that works out narratively. I like that. Yes. So yeah, you smash the.
Yeah, I'm sure the arm's loosened off from the...
There's also an arm. Yeah, there's also just like a. There's also a dismembered arm at the bottom of the river now, because I did not take that with me.
And you two sort of reconvene. You guys just sort of book it back to the warehouse. Hammer is there, and he's just back at the broken car, just swinging with Oshra. You do not see the drill currently, though, and you need the drill to give to Gravedigger to get paid.
Well, I said I brought the drill with me.
No, you did, but you said it was at the bottom of the ocean, right? Or the bottom of the docks.
No, I thought I picked it up, didn't I?
Okay.
Am I crazy? Did we not say that I picked it up?
I'm a little confused. Okay, no, yeah, you grabbed it. My bad. You did grab it. It's soggy. Well, not soggy. It's wet. It looks... I don't want to say it looks broken, but you can see it's a little scuffed on the outside when you walk in, Sam.
Yeah, it's not a near mint, but it's not damaged.
Sorry about that, Dingle. I'm trying to keep track of like 5 different things.
That's fine.
Yes. So, I don't know if you guys want to lug it around or if you just want to have Gravedigger come to your secret hideout.
I guess I'll message him, see where he wants this drill.
So you message Gravedigger, you send him like a picture, like sort of like an Uber Eats guy, like sending the picture that you've dropped the food off. And Gravedigger sort of replies, I'm trying to think of how to do this. Gravedigger says that he wants to meet on he wants to meet on the island where the Statue of Liberty is.
Statue Island.
I don't know if that's what it's called. What is the Statue of Liberty Island called, Dingle?
Liberty Island?
Is it
It's
called
either
Liberty
Liberty Island or they just call it the Statue of Liberty.
Yeah.
Either way, he's gonna meet you like sort of like off to the side of it where staff like go in and out, not like in front of all the tourists. You guys want to take the ferry there?
Sure.
Sure.
Yeah.
Okay. That costs you, I'm gonna say $10 per ticket. So there we go. I hate having to do math. Fuck this shit. And you guys sort of wait. Not too long. I do want to wrap this up just because I don't want to go on for too long. I will say though, ironically, having been here for a while, you have guys have never visited. So you guys, with Sam using a bunch of his arms as a selfie stick, you guys get a picture of you guys next to the Statue of Liberty.
Hell yeah.
You definitely get some looks from people again, but you're not really. Here's the thing: you guys don't really cause a lot of like
Public
terror.
nuisances.
Yeah.
Yet.
So people think you're weird. They might just think you're metahumans, because in this world, metahumans just can't happen. Gucky might be the one that gets the most looks, but Gucky is like not even terrorizing people. You guys buy an overpriced hot dog, or someone does. Not gonna, just don't even worry about the math on that. I just wanted to say that for flavor. And as the sun goes down, you guys are waiting kind of on the edge of the island, kind of like closer to the water where it kind of goes down for staff. And you guys see a moving, what looks like a small piece of land moving in the water. And on it is Gravedigger himself. And he's not really smiling or looks happy or looks impressed. He's kind of giving you like a stone, sort of like a stone-eyed, sort of like Stonewall, like facial expression. You got the drill?
Job's done. Here you go.
Hammer has drill.
Yeah. The land beneath the, he says, put it on the ground.
I sort of just I set it down.
And that piece of land just sort of moves and connects and merges with the small piece of land that the Gravedigger is standing on. It's good. Not perfect from what I can see, but drill looks functional enough. Here's your hand back, and he throws back the spare hand.
I just tossed that into the ocean as well.
I saw on the news what you did to the train. You're lucky this thing didn't break, otherwise you and me would have some problems, but results is results.
Not Hammer's fault. Train was very flimsy.
Yeah, okay, buddy. You're gonna have to learn to use your noggin a bit more if you want to be a real big-time supervillain. Whatever. That's not here or now. Who'd you end up fighting?
Some
Some mean lady.
yeah, I think she was she's called really fast or something. I forget.
Oh, that nightclub firecracker? Yeah, I've ran into her before. Lucky that her cousin wasn't with her.
Yeah, nightclub. That's who it was.
Lucky your cousin wasn't with her. 2 speedsters is way worse than 1. Anyway, job's done. Here's your cash, and he hands you $3,000. Or not 300,000, 30,000.
Hell yeah.
Finally, I'm one step closer to getting to the core of the earth. That's where my true power will be unlocked.
Why does
I-
Groundman leave power underground in center of Earth?
I don't know. I have an inclination to get there. Maybe once I get there, my powers will be magnified.
Maybe they'll be magnified.
Funny. Not really.
Oh yeah, Cookie found a weird crown in there as well. Do you know anything about that?
What was the crown? What did the crown look like?
I don't know, but when I put it on, it really hurt Cookie's head.
Uh,
And then Hammer tried to
okay.
smash it and
Hammer-
he went away.
It okay. Hammer crush crown into dust.
you definitely did not crush that crown into dust if that's the crown I'm thinking of.
Oh, there's a
Hammer
sword
saw-
like that too in the car I opened.
Hammer saw crown turned to dust when smashed.
He right.
Those were property of the Mad Queen. You don't want to mess with her. If you ever work for her, you should if you ever get on her bad side, get as far away as you can, but it will be pointless. The Mad Queen. You know, we're all supervillains, but she's the worst of us all. If she gets her stuff back, I shudder to fear what'll happen. Hopefully I'll be too underground to be affected by her until then. But I'd sleep with one eye open, fellas. Because if you put on the crown, that means she knows everything about you.
Oh, maybe she'll be my friend.
Gravedigger just shakes his head.
Hammer tell
Well-
Groundman many times. Crown already destroyed.
You don't know what you've gotten yourselves into, but just be careful, boys. You just started being supervillains. Don't want to get turned into red mist by the craziest one of them all. I gotta go. And you can hear like patrol boats like in the distance. Finally caught up to me. Well, see you later. This wasn't the worst working experience I had. And him in the drill gets sort of covered in a dome of rock, and it submerges into the water, and just straight up disappears.
Hell yeah.
Okay, and you guys are just gonna spend the evening on Liberty Island, and you'll head back afterwards. You got some new cash, even more than before, and you haven't leveled up just yet. You're about halfway to the next level. And you will find out what other sort of goonishness you will get into next issue of RPG.
Hell yeah.
Hell
Let's
yeah.
go.
If I forget, you guys remind me we need to buy fucking transportation method.
Yeah.
We need to buy a car that is not for smashing.
We need to steal a car. We're
Wait,
villains,
no.
guys. Come on.
So
We
everyone's
should probably just start taking the train places, because like if
Honestly,
we buy
yeah,
a car,
that too.
if we buy a car, we have to deal with parking. It's just gonna be, and like
I
we're gonna
never
need
said
to like,
car,
find some place
to
to,
be fair.
store it. Just a pain in the
everyone
ass.
is getting 2 hero points or goon points. My apologies.
I've been
Oh,
calling them hero points. Don't worry.
And I have to be present because I'm the DM. But so Hammer, what were the 2 things from each of your teammates that stood out to you?
All right. First things first. I gotta give. I gotta give one from one to Zell. I like that. I just asked him to pull off an arm, and he was just like, no questions asked. Like, yep, here you go. And one to Zegend for the I liked the conductor disguise, and I liked that it came up multiple times as he was
That
like
awesome.
like he used it to trick the guy, and then he was also like, oh, I could also use the conductor to like know where the drill will probably be.
Yeah.
I thought that was cool.
That was fun.
I think that power is very cool.
It is incredibly cool.
Hey, Kaki, what did your teammates do that you liked?
Speaking of cool, I really liked how Hammer just smashed the crown and was also extremely insistent that he smashed the crown because the dust effect kind of looked like he smashed it.
You saw it, dude. He crushed it into dust. There's no other way to explain that.
Problem solved. Mad Queen who? And I gotta give one to Zell for the tag team attack we did, which I'm gonna definitely be attempting to do more of those with you guys, because we're supervillains. We gotta have team attacks.
Exactly.
It was very cool.
Nothing says supervillain more like the power of friendship. And then I guess I'll just go right into mine. But yeah, like gotta give one to Hammer for the brilliant plan. I'm glad I didn't have to go to my plan B, because I think pulling that many cards, I might have dipped into those 2 jokers I got later. And Gaki had a lot of good moments just overall. But yeah, helping out with that team attack and sort of setting up that fun moment of that gut punch, I think worked really well.
Yeah, I had to sort of unexpectedly end combat.
That's me every combat. Every time I run combat in a campaign.
You can end a session in the middle of combat if you feel like
That's true.
you don't need if you
Yeah.
don't want to end it abruptly.
Well,
But I
also
think it
feel
still
like,
felt natural this session.
yeah.
Yeah,
She wasn't really expecting that we'd be able to fight back, kind of like how Sting was.
And as for the new tradition I'm making, the sort of railroad patrol officer that you guys spoke to, he was based off of comic writer George Perez, who created the Teen Titans.
Nice.
Yeah, I wanted at least one NPC per session to have like a nod to like some comic book creator.
Hell yeah.
That's sick.
So, who jokered a lot? Like, who got like the worst? We got some double jokers.
Dingle doubled.
Yeah.
But I think, but Zell did as well.
I did. I forget on what.
Actually, I antied Dingle as double.
Okay,
Oh, that's
so,
true. Mine technically wasn't a double.
So I think Zell should be the next anti-Joker.
Fair enough. I'll take.
I don't know how to change this.
It has to be in the
Oh,
edit then.
well, someone can figure it out.
Alright.
Oh, I got it. Yeah, someone got it. Good. Shit, I forgot to sort of keep track. Who dramatic? You guys did a lot of dramatic failuring this session.
I had
did
2.
one.
I think I had 2 as well.
Okay. So, I don't really have a thing I can edit.
Usually it's on the hero point thing. Oh, you didn't make one. There. Oh no, is that in the DM resources? No. I don't know. Yeah, you could just drop a message in the DM resources, honestly.
Yeah,
Okay.
I feel
Yeah,
like
that
that's
was
kind of what
intentional.
DM resources is for.
Yeah, I'm just trying to think. I literally just watched it, but wait, how do you convert dramatic failures into points?
They're just 1 feet each.
Yeah, they're 1
1
feet.
feet. So, oh my god, this math is horrible. I'll have to ask someone to help me out later. I'm a little
Yeah, I
strapped
was
for time.
thinking of for the next one I ran at least just getting rid of the feet system and merging it into one single currency.
Oh yeah, I actually did take XP off the shop, and it just has feet counts.
Yeah, fair enough. So we can
Don't
just do
tell.
it in raw feats if you want.
Yeah. Don't tell Phoenix about the feet counter though.
That's true. That is true.
I literally just watched the
We
first
can tell
episode,
Foxy though. Maybe he'll show up.
but I literally watched the first episode before the second one started, and I forgot to also write down who dramatic failure. I'll have to watch it again.
Yeah.
It'll be fine.
Yeah, that was something I learned very quickly after a few sessions of not counting them. I was like, oh yeah.
Yeah. It's fine. We'll work on it, but I'm a little shot for time. But anyways, fellas, yeah, next week, not gonna happen. I have to do a hiatus, but hopefully afterwards it'll be fine. I'll keep you all
Hell yeah.
updated. If not, a couple, I'll try to, but I'm also just a little busy at the moment, but I'll try to make sure we don't fall too behind, even though it is episodic, which is good. Like, I try to wrap things up before the end of an episode, so.
And like, if we have to do a two-parter at some point or something,
Yeah.
whatever, that's fine.
But I hope you all had a good time. I hope you liked my characters. I only thought of Rave last week, and I didn't have anything for Gravedigger visually, but I hope you still liked them.
Hell yeah.
And that'll be it. I'll see you guys later.
See you.
GG.
Good session.
Jeez.